Now, heading into the general elections, donations are pouring in for United Kingdom's political parties. The parties in Britain have received about $119 million in terms of political donations last year, which is almost double of what they managed to get in 2022. And the Labour Party, surprisingly, has got its highest ever amount of private donations across 2023. Now, the Labour Party has raised $16 million from individuals and companies, and it has received about $7 million from trade unions that have been historically Labour's biggest donors. The second highest annual sum for private donations is said to be over $14 million in 2005.
They said that we couldn't win in the south of England and the north of England, and we did it. They said you'll never beat the SNP in Scotland. And Rutherglen, you did it!
Now, the rise in the individual donations coincides with Labour holding a sustained double-digit lead over the ruling Conservatives in opinion polls. The Conservatives have also had a pretty successful fundraising year. They've accepted $61 million in terms of donations over the course of the last year, of which $46 million has come from individuals. And it marks a significant increase on 2022, when the Conservatives had accepted just $17.9 million in terms of donations. The United Kingdom's Election Commission data has come as speculation continues to mount over the timing of the next general election in the United Kingdom. It is expected to be held in the autumn in the country. The Labour has been pushing the government to call for a general election sooner, while it enjoys a 19-point lead. And for that, the government would, of course, need to dissolve the parliament on the 26th of March to call an election on the 2nd of May, which is the date of the local elections. Now, the latest that the general elections can be held in the United Kingdom is January 2025. I earlier spoke with our correspondent Stuart Smith, who joined us live from London, and this is what he had to say. Listen in.
Well, it's a bit of a chicken and egg situation, with any donor making a large sum donation to the Labour Party, which is what this data collects, will be very aware that Labour is looking like it's going to do a much better job than the Conservative Party and is likely to take power in 2024. Well, at the same time, perhaps the funding is allowing Labour to increase their lead. So that kind of chicken and egg situation for the Labour Party. But it's certainly, according to the chairwoman, the best year ever for funding when it comes to the Labour Party. And there's also an interesting change going on as to how the Labour Party is funded in the UK. It's traditionally been the party associated with the trade unions in the UK, the more left-wing party compared to the more right-wing Conservative Party. But over the last 2 decades, the Labour Party has seen a shift from, in 2021, receiving 80% of its donations, party funding, from the trade unions, to around 5 years ago receiving 40% from the trade unions, and now 2023 receiving only a third from the trade unions. Stepping into that gap are private individuals, often business big players in the business industry here in the UK, with Labour's largest donor at the moment contributing around $4.5 million, a man who used to run a glass repair business in the UK. So a vote of confidence from business, while Labour shifts to angle itself as a viable alternative for those interested in creating a business-rich environment in the UK.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.